So you're part of this team and part of the founding. Was it leveraging your incredible technical background, your technical know-how to make this a reality? Is that what role that you played in the founding that allowed the company to scale?
Yeah, I mean, in the early days, as you mentioned, Colin and I were tossing around these ideas. He asked me to make some racks to hold all these different strange vehicle types, right? They were all very different form factors. How do you hold them all? And so my early role was really just developing the technology and the product, right? What is it going to take to, facilitate charging for and accommodate all the different vehicle types out there? So, a lot of homework, a lot of riding vehicles and playing with them and using them and understanding what the use cases were. I mean, I think that's the first step to any really good design, is understanding how the product is going to be used, how the users want to use it, what is the use case. So we did a lot of homework, right? It was fun homework. It was playing and riding all different types of vehicles, and that was cool. But that was what my role was in the early days, and it still is today. I work on the technology and the product side.
We're going to dive into the technology later in this podcast because you're doing some really incredible work, and we're going to highlight that and dive deep into the tech here in a minute. But Swiftmile has gone from having fun to an idea to a product, and now you're a business. You're generating revenue, which is really important to point out, and you're a business. How has the business model adapted and changed over the course of the company's life?
Yeah, I mean, we started in the early days, after the electric road shows, kind of doing an assessment of what is the most practical vehicle out there, at least in the US at the time. And it seemed to us that bicycles were most likely to be adopted and adapted for commuting and things like that. So we focused early on making a complete, e-bike rideshare system. And it was actually quite successful. It was called the Sunrider. It was a totally off-grid, solar-powered system. We took the advice from Google and we made it very modular. And we started our business around corporate, e-bike commuting. And that was really good. And then, as time went on, and 2017, 2018 arrived, the scooters came. And we saw that we had everything needed to really support that industry. And the whole dockless model, we saw was fraught with lots of problems in terms of making a sustainable business. So we quickly adapted our product, which was making a rack that could hold the particular vehicles that were out there, which were the scooters. And it was an easy transition for us to start working with them.